Hi, $300 is a decent amount to buy a smartphone. Though you can't expect a flagship level performance at this price bracket, mobiles at this price point will come with a decent camera, better storage and chipset for performance, and a decent battery to run the day without trouble. In this video, we will see the 8 best smartphones under $300 and a quick overview of their performance. Motorola One 5G Ace. Motorola is always the one that introduces the feature-rich phone under budget. The Motorola One 5G Ace is the one on this list that has the overall best performance, and is also priced under the budget. The display and bezels on the Ace look sleek. It comes with 6.7 inches IPS LCD display, supporting HDR10, and 1080x 2400 pixels resolution. The display will produce decent brightness and comes with a 90Hz high refresh rate. The Ace has a 5000 mAh battery, which can power the smartphone for 1 to 3 days based on the usage, and you can fast charge it with the 15 watts warp charger. It has a triple camera setup at the back, a 48MP main wide-angle camera, an 8MP ultra-wide-angle camera, a Freelo 2MP macro camera, and a 16MP single selfie camera at the front. The image produced by the main camera is quite good at this price bracket. The Ace has a Snapdragon 750G 5G chip with Adreno 619 GPU for better gaming performance. It is packed with 6GB of RAM, 128GB of storage, which is quite enough for regular users. Its performance is much better than any smartphone in this budget, and you can't experience any lag while using it. All other features and sensors are common, and all are in this phone too. Samsung Galaxy A32 5G. Galaxy A32 5G is not the flashiest, nor the cheapest smartphone, but Galaxy A32 5G is a reliable choice for anyone hoping for a decent smartphone under budget. Compared to the features offered, the Galaxy A32s is well worth the occasional cutback. The design looks similar to the other Samsung A-series smartphone, with the plastic back and frame. It looks premium. The 6.5-inch display is bright and vibrant enough to enjoy in all but the brightest midday sun. It supports 720x 1600 pixels, with 90Hz refresh rate, and is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 5. The side-mounted fingerprint sensor at the right also acts as the power button too, and is super fast. The Galaxy A32 5G is powered by a MediaTek Dimensity 725G chipset along with 4GB of RAM and 64GB of storage. If that's not enough, you can add up to an additional terabyte of external storage with a microSD card. There's almost zero lag with screen transitions, and multitasking doesn't slow the phone down either. The rear camera stack consists of a 48MP primary lens, an 8MP ultra-wide lens, a 5MP macro lens, and a 2MP depth sensor. There's also a 13MP front-facing camera with an f2.2 aperture. Well, the camera is great with outdoor shots, can reproduce accurate and vibrant colors. It has a panorama function, too, and it'll shoot video at up to 4K resolution. One of the good things about this smartphone is its battery life. With a 5000 mAh battery, it can last for about 2 days without recharging, and it supports fast charging at 15 watts. Everything other features are same, but you can still find the 3.5mm headphone jack in this model, which is the final edition. OnePlus Nord N200 5G. The OnePlus Nord N200 is a decent 5G budget phone, though it won't have any flagship features. The 6.49 inches IPS LCD display, with 1080x 2400 pixels resolution and 90Hz refresh rate is smooth and vibrant. Nord N200 is built on Qualcomm Snapdragon 485G chipset, with Adreno 619 GPU for a decent day-to-day performance. It runs on the Android 11 operating system, under the lightweight Oxygen OS 11 for improved performance and features. This smartphone is packed with 64GB of internal storage and 4GB RAM, which is enough for regular usage. It has a triple camera setup at the rear, 13MP wide-angle camera, 2MP macro camera, and the next 2MP depth sensor. At the front, there is a puck-hole camera at the top right, which is 16MP. Though it's not great as the other OnePlus smartphone, it's okay compared to the other smartphones in this budget range. The 5000 mAh non-removable battery will power this mobile for more than a day, without any recharging, and it also supports fast charging at 18 watts. The sound produced by the loudspeaker is great, and will be loved by music lovers and gamers. Surprisingly, you can find the 3.5mm headphone jack in this OnePlus smartphone. Overall, it's a good smartphone to buy. Moto G Stylus 5G. Moto G Stylus 5G is a well-packed budget smartphone that also happens to have a stylus, and the best balance of features and cost-saving measures. At the front, a massive 6.8-inch LCD display, with 1080x 2400 pixels resolution, having puck-hole camera at the top right. The display is crispy but is a bit hard to use in direct light. The updated stylus is longer and easier to remove from its port. When it comes to the camera, it meets the performance for this price point. It comes with the quad camera setup for regular shots, primary 48MP wide-angle camera, with 8MP sensor with ultra-wide-angle lens, 5MP macro camera, and 2MP depth sensor. The 16MP selfie camera is a little sharper and better than expected from a budget phone. The Qualcomm Snapdragon 485G processor, with Adreno 619 gives a blasting performance under the Android 11 operating system. The Moto G Stylus is packed with 128GB storage, and 4GB RAM, the other with 256GB storage, and 6GB RAM options. The 5000 mAh battery, with 10 watts charging is the regular one, that you can see. The stylus and water-repellent design makes it a step above the other smartphones on this list. If you're a stylus devotee, the Moto G Stylus is a good choice. Xiaomi Redmi Note 10 5G. Priced around $300, Xiaomi Redmi Note 10 comes with a 6.43 inches Super AMOLED display, with Full HD Plus resolution, and is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 3. You can't compare the display with any other mobiles at this price point, it's vibrant and punchy. The MediaTek Dimensity 700 5G processor, with Mali G57MC2 GPU in this phone, gives a blasting performance. Running on the Android 11 operating system under MIUI 12, you can't find any lag in the performance. Redmi Note 10 comes with 64GB, 128GB, and 256GB storage variants, and 4, 6 and 8GB RAM options respectively. It has a vertical triple camera setup at the back, a 48MP primary camera, with 2MP camera with macro lens, and 2MP depth sensor. The rear camera is decent and captures images without any noise. The 8MP punch-hole front camera is at the top middle for selfies. The phone is well optimized to save energy, and the 5000 mAh battery helps to power it for around 2 days. Redmi Note also supports fast charging of 18 watts. Overall, it's a great smartphone to buy for any smartphone lover. TCL 20S. TCL 20S is surprisingly the great budget phone by TCL in recent times. The 6.67 inches LCD display, with 1080x 2400 pixels resolution is bright enough even see in direct sunlight. The colors reproduced by this smartphone are rich and vivid, and blacks are inky and immersive. It features a quad camera setup at the rear, 64MP, 8MP, 2MP, and 2MP camera, with a wide-angle lens, ultra-wide-angle lens, macro lens, and depth sensor respectively. The best part is, it supports 4K recording at 30 frames per second. On the front there is a 16MP punch-hole camera at the top, that can capture crystal-clear selfies. This mobile is built on Qualcomm Snapdragon 665 chipset, with Adreno 610 GPU for decent gaming and day-to-day performance. It runs on Android 11 OS, under TCL UI. It comes in 2 variants based on storage and RAM, one with 128GB storage, and 4GB memory, and the other with 256GB storage and 6GB RAM. TCL20S is powered by a 5000 mAh battery for uninterrupted usage. The fingerprint sensor at the right is good and accurate. If you are okay with a 4G device, it might be the best option. Because it's quick, nice, and loads fast when saying about its performance, and also has decent specs. Nokia 5.4. This budget smartphone comes with a 6.39-inch IPS LCD display, with 720x 1560 pixels resolution, which provides enough brightness for daylight usage. Weight around 181 grams, this smartphone is light and easy to handle. It comes with Android 10 operating system, and is upgradable to Android 11. This Nokia phone is packed with Qualcomm Snapdragon 662 chipset, with Adreno 610 GPU, for buffer-free usage. It comes in 3 variants, based on storage and RAM: 64GB storage with 4GB RAM, second 64GB storage with 6GB RAM, and the third with 128GB storage and 4GB RAM options. On the camera part, Nokia did a good upgrade in the hardware. It comes with the quad camera setup at the back, a 48MP primary wide-angle camera, with a 5MP ultra-wide camera, 2MP macro camera, and 2MP depth sensor. It's pretty decent for the price. The best part is, you can record 4K videos on this phone. At the front, there is a 16MP wide-angle camera for selfies. Nokia 5.4 is packed with a 4000 mAh battery, which can power the battery for more than a day. Overall, it's a decent 4G smartphone offering 4K recording under budget. Moto G Power. The Moto G Power delivers expansive views on a stunning 6.6-inch HD+ display. It's bright enough for regular usage. The triple camera setup at the back has a primary 48MP camera with a wide-angle lens, with 2MP macro, and 2MP depth sensor. The Euro electronic stabilization is good, and it takes decent shots at daylight. It also features an 8MP selfie camera at the front for video calling and selfies. You can record 1080p videos with both front and back cameras. The phone comes with the Android 10 operating system, but will be updated with Android 11. The Qualcomm Snapdragon 662 chipset, with Adreno 610 GPU, does its work well, and you can run the day without any trouble even at heavy use. This smartphone is powered by a 5000 mAh battery for extended usage on a single charge, which also supports fast charging at 15 watts. The side-mounted fingerprint sensor is fast and accurate, and has multiple gestures to simplify your task. Having a water-repellent coating, and overall decent performance, it's a recommended one to buy at this price.